overview of all of the important testing dates, information, and the implications that the tests have, so that you as parents are ready for not only for the giving the test, but what happens after the test. But before I do that, I just want to do one quick shameless plug. Next Tuesday is the SAC and PTO meeting. It's great information about our progress and what's going on in school, and a great way to be involved as parents. So next Tuesday night, 5:30, Media Center, SAC and PTO. Okay. So, what is FSA? Well, it's an acronym that stands for the Florida Standards Assessment, and it's a way for the state, and actually is federally mandated, for us to track the progress of our students. A while ago, it was No Child Left Behind, and we had the FSA. Same thinking with that now that we've transitioned into the FSA. It's a standardized test, and the whole point is that at the end, as we progress from elementary to middle to high school, that we are preparing our kids for college and career readiness. So these benchmarks that they take yearly, it tracks their progress so that by the time they graduate high school, we can say, okay, yes, these are you are proficient in reading, math, science, and history. And it basically gives you the levels of success based on mastery of the Florida standards.
This is the testing schedule, and when you guys break off into your sessions, at the end the teachers will hand you a paper with all the testing dates as well. They'll also be in the newsletter. We're going to have them on the marquee. There's going to be a sign in the front office, so they will be everywhere. Your teachers will have them as well, so if you forget, we'll definitely give you some more copies, but take them home and write them on your calendar. Our third grade is going to start ELA April 1st and 2nd. Fourth and fifth grade are also going to be taking their writing test April 1st as well. Then we have a little bit of time, a month or so, and we move into May with our ELA for fourth and fifth grade, May 5th and 6th. Then they move right into math, the 7th and 8th. So they are testing pretty much the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So it's really important that they are getting their good night's sleep, eating their breakfast, and the most important, arriving to school on time. Testing starts promptly at 9:15, and if they are not here, they aren't able to have their testing conditions with their class. And a lot of the kids, the teachers want them in their room to test with them. And then science ends us, third grade takes math May 11th and 12th, and then the last is science May 13th and 14th. So every year you can see that another test is added to the students. This is some testing information, basic information of what it looks like. ELA, actually all the tests are paper-based. A couple years ago we were computer-based, and now we went back to paper-based. Writing is one session, and it's 120 minutes. The students have to sit for 120 minutes with their books, keep writing, revising. They typically read 2 to 3 passages, and then answer a written response from that. And the teachers in our breakout sessions will go into more information as well. Math, science, and ELA are all 2 days, 2 sessions, 80 minutes each day, 60 questions total, so it's usually questions 1 through 30 one day, and then the rest the next day.
Okay, so they take the test, we send it off to the state, and they bring the results back. The FSA has 5 different achievement levels, starting from level 1 all the way to level 5. A level 3 is considered passing, and that's very important for 3rd grade students because they have implications with that, and you'll learn more about that in your 3rd grade breakout session. But level 3 is satisfactory. It doesn't mean that they've mastered the standards. It just means that they are progressing at a rate that's good enough for them to move on, but there's still some gaps to fill. A level 1 means that they are unsatisfactory, performing below grade level. So if they score a level 1, they will need support for the next grade. And again, for 3rd grade, that has a whole different set of implications. A level 5 is mastery of standards and likely to excel in the next level. So a level 3 is really what we call proficient. That means that you've mastered enough standards that if we just fill in a little bit more gaps, hopefully by the next year you'll get to a level 5. So level 3 is the level for proficiency, and then anything beyond that is just extra bonus, acceleration, that kind of thing for the next grade level. If you score within a level 1 or a level 2, that means that you're below grade level and you need a lot of additional support. The state actually breaks level 1 down into 3 subcategories: level 1 low, medium, and high. In level 2, there's 2 subcategories: level 1 low and level 1 high. So we can have a student that performs at a level 1, but are they mid-level 1, low-level 1, or high-level 1? It's very complicated. So there's a lot of different achievement levels, and based on whatever level you get, it's the implications for what happens to you the following school year. What kind of support if you're in 3rd grade? What kind of support will you need in 4th grade? And if you're in 4th grade, what kind of support you'll need in 5th grade? If you're in 5th grade, what kind of classes you'll take in middle school? So the results of the test help us to guide what kind of support the students will need to become successful at the next grade level. All right, so how can you help? Always, number 1, read to your child every night, or make sure your child is reading every night. Signs, magazines, posters, anything with words, letters, sounding things out, all very helpful. Becoming familiar with vocabulary. Vocabulary is a big part. Knowing what just simple words are. Simple words and vocabulary is very important. So reading aloud and encouraging fluency in vocabulary. The next thing you can do is, again, reinforce what we're learning in school, asking them about what's going on in class. What did you learn? What did you read about today? What strategies did your teacher teach you today in class? Asking those questions and having that conversation with your students is very important. My favorite thing is math fact fluency, because I'm a math coach. So, in fact, we've gone away as a state of practicing math facts fluency, but that doesn't mean that you can't practice them at home. Make flashcards, get some note cards, practice the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division facts, because it will help them in the long run be able to solve the math problems quicker. So if you could have math fact fluency in something as simple as estimation. I know when I go to the supermarket, I estimate all the time. So doing those little fun math things that you really can't think of, that you really don't think of as practicing math is definitely a help. Also, we have the FSA portal, which we'll take you to when you're in your breakout session. They have practice written exams for math and science and writing and ELA. Our Launchpad, the students have access to that, and the Launchpad has all of the applications that they have available at school is available at home. You just type in launchpad.leeschools.net. Students sign in with their student ID number and their password, and they have access to almost everything that we have access to at school. And 2 other fun ones are Khan Academy, great videos, great practice, and FloridaStudents.org, another fun website with games and such.
The slide before that had all the websites, that is also going to be on your handout, so you can go to them at home whenever you need. And I'll see about putting the PowerPoint up on our website as well, so you can access it anytime. So thank you so much for coming and supporting your students.
Permiso.
Ms. Matos has more.
In Spanish, please.
Buenas tardes, bienvenidos a todos. Quería preguntar qué necesita un translator, alguien que necesita, que no entiende y necesita español. Allá atrás, solamente una. 2. Otra persona. Solamente 2.
Okay, we'll help them.
3. Where? 4. ¿Alguna otra persona? Por favor, quédese aquí en la cafetería para hablar en español para que ustedes entiendan, y si tienen alguna pregunta pueden preguntarlo. Que tengan buenas tardes.
Okay, so now we're gonna do our breakout session.
Matos,
You're
go
going to go
Matos.
into your grade level classrooms to learn more about the specific tests that your child will be taking. And just one more thing, the results of FSA usually do not come back until mid or late June. So we won't know scores until then. The paperwork comes out and it gets sent home. Third grade ELA will be the first score that comes back due to summer school if needed. Okay, so 5th grade, if you are a 5th grader, go see Mr. Kreider at the door. 5th grade parents and students, head to Mr. Kreider and Mr. Popadinsky.